Obligatory podcast intro.
Welcome, everyone, to the Dollar Bin. I'm your host, Matt. With me, like always, my co-host, Adam.
I'm sitting across the table.
I got a comic called Dark Side of the Moon.
I like the title. I like the comic. I got one called Sam.
What's yours?
Sam.
Sam?
Yeah.
S.A.M?
No.
Or no?
No, just
okay.
Sam. Like a name. It's not short for, it doesn't stand for anything.
What is Sam?
So this is a French comic that came out in 2011.
Au contraire, bonjour.
The company was called Dargod. Something like that.
Yeah,
Darguad.
It's
Dargod.
It's French.
Dargod.
It's French for tea.
Dargod, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out in 2011. It was created by Marzano and Shang, two guys with one name. The English translation was done in 2014 by a guy named Jerome Sanquentin. Mm-hmm. And you couldn't tell, or I couldn't tell, that it had been translated from one.
It was a good translation.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Like the Bible.
I've read really bad translations before.
Yeah, I've seen
the
few,
one
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We won't mention
about
it. Yeah, that one was probably the worst. But this was done perfectly, I think. Maybe I missed some of the backstory because of translation, possibly. But other than that,
Didn't
it was
seem
good.
to.
Yeah, there was just some questions that weren't answered. So maybe they weren't supposed to be answered.
We did that on purpose.
At the beginning of each comic, it says a probable future. That's like the intro to every single comic. This is a future. Not sure how far into the future, but this is 10 years after an apocalypse. This apocalypse was done by robots that murdered and massacred like the entire human population. We have a group of young people, I'd say 30 or 40 people, that live underground, and they go out and scavenge for food and supplies, but they also grow mushrooms and lichen down in their underground like sewer layers and stuff, and that's their main food source because all the other food got destroyed by the robots or people ate it. There's other communities of young people, like 3 or 4 in this giant city. They never say what city it is. There'll be like Asian writing. There'll be English writing. There'll be French writing. You can never tell where it's supposed to be. Maybe it's like supposed to be the metroplex of the future. Like we're all connected.
Yeah, right. A giant city.
Yeah. So our main characters are Ian and Ella. They run a little crew of searchers, about 5 guys. They go out and they scavenge and they bring stuff back to the community. They're having a lot of trouble. They've run out of supplies, basically. They don't have anything but their mushrooms and lichens. They're not finding antibiotics anymore. They're not finding canned food anymore. It's very sparse out in the wasteland now. So they're out scavenging for food, and they run into a big robot from the beginning of the apocalypse. It's a very humanoid shaped. It's shaped just like the Iron Giant, like a really small version of the Iron Giant. He's not that small. He's 15,
It's a lot
25.
bigger than I thought.
Yeah, he's like 20 feet tall at least.
25?
Like that.
I think that was a good
25? Yeah, probably right around in there. He can carry 5 kids, not comfortably, but he'll like hold some in his arms and other ones will hold onto his shoulders. It's cool.
Yeah, see, then maybe not, because I feel like little King Kong could carry 5.
Yeah, but this guy's way skinnier than a giant monkey, too.
It's not a monkey, Adam. It's a gorilla.
Yeah,
it's an ape.
It's not a real thing
It's
either.
an ape.
All right, so they run into this robot. It's actually nice. It doesn't immediately kill them.
He sells them weed.
This comic is a lot of meet robot, have adventure with robot, lose robot. Meet robot, have adventure with robot, lose robot. That's kind of like how the middle of this comic went.
Yeah.
If anything, they maybe like drug it out a little bit because they wanted more issues. I don't know. It wasn't bad.
In relationship.
They did improving their relationship and like stuff like that. Like the filler. It's like a filler kind of.
Yeah, and showing that the main character like missed the robot when he wasn't around.
He freaks out. He tries to find him. He does find them. So they are kind of on their last leg. They don't have enough supplies and stuff, even though now they're working with this robot. They're getting more supplies than they did before, but they're still running out of things. They lose contact with the other communities. Stuff's not going good for our crew here. So now they're doing a little bit better with Sam around, and then they lose their community. Most of their community gets completely wiped out. while our crew's away. Ellie.
they were all doing something else.
Yeah.
Conveniently,
Luckily.
what if it was them?
Story would have been over.
Yeah.
Maybe they just would have shown the bad robot's point of view from then on. They take over the world.
We pick up with J311.
Yeah. And it's just ones and zeros, a bunch of ones and zeros. So they lose their community. They have no other communities to go to. This is the end. They're like trying to commit suicide, but take a bunch of robots out with them. So Ian knows where the main robot factory is. He brings the rest of his homies to the robot factory in the back door. They fight a lot of scary robots. Sam helps them sometimes. He can't get in this way. He has to split up with them. They have a bunch of adventures on their own away from Sam, and they run out of their RPGs and their heavy machine guns. They're finally now in like the mainframe of the evil robot center. We find big time spoilers right now. Actually, I won't even go that far into it. This is minor spoilers. They go in, they beat the robots, and it has a wrap up at the end. I'm not going to spoil that part of it. It does have a wrap up, and it finishes telling you these people's story.
Right.
But they do win, and then you get an afterward. That's the way of saying it. You get an
80s
afterward.
style, like
yeah.
freeze frame.
Yeah, with like
he owns a mechanic shop.
Yeah, exactly. So you get a full on ending, like a satisfying ending to it. It was a cool comic. It was a quick read because each issue was at least 48 pages. The first few were 48 pages, and the last one was like 74 pages or something. So it was a quick read for how many pages it was. Simple. You know what I mean? A simple apocalypse story. They didn't make it too complicated. Like the wrap up at the end was not really that complicated.
Yeah.
And
no, not at all.
And I'm glad I got an actual full on ending to it.
Yeah, it didn't just stop.
No, yeah, exactly. But it was cool, and I give it a thumbs up for sure.
My comic's called Dark Side of the Moon.
Right.
It was written by a French fella as well named Bluch. Europe Comics came out in 2017, I believe. Now, this comic was weird. It was very strange. There was some very good writing in between the weird spots that were not super common, but they popped up every now and then to remind you, hey, this is a weird comic you're reading.
Yeah, definitely.
But what it is a writer named Lance who has writer's block. He wrote a famous comic for about 25 years. Since he has writer's block, he has not been writing the comic. It's on issue 42, and nothing has come out yet. They are trying to motivate him to do it. They do it by shocking them with their taser fingers, which are called phalluses. The other character is Liebling, who goes in for a job and ends up going to a station, a orifice station is what it's called, where it's just holes in the wall that you stick your hands in and you do work. Yeah. Don't know how you do work. I like that didn't go into that.
No, right?
What are the hands doing?
It was kind of like Severance. If you've ever seen that show,
I haven't.
You don't know what they're working on. Everybody's at a job and they're all working constantly.
And there's thousands of them.
And you would ask them, "Hey, what are you doing here?" He goes, "Well, I'm correlating information."
Yeah.
He goes, about what though?
Yeah,
it's that same idea.
They literally asked her,
what are we doing?
Yeah, and they're like, we don't know.
Why?
We're working.
Yeah, we're working.
So she doesn't make a good impression, and she gets taken down to the dungeon to do work. They give her it was a big crack wall with 2 holes in it and a seat with no cushion. It's just a sharp pole sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
And they pretty much leave her there all evening till she falls asleep hanging out of the holes. Now, this story is told very disjointed. It is not in order whatsoever.
No.
You see him meeting and just talking to all his mistresses. You see him meeting with his wife. And this is where a lot of the weirdness comes in. There's great dialogue, but the dialogue on top of it is also weird.
Yes.
There's a moment where he's talking about a girl he likes, and the mom has something to say about being a woman and stands up, and the dad's like, yeah, look at her, and starts taking her clothes off.
Yeah.
She's standing there in her bra and panties in front of her son, and he's like, your mother has the soul of Peter Pan, just like that bullshit you were saying earlier. It's just strange.
It's very weird.
So he breaks up with his mistress. He's having a baby with one that he doesn't want to have.
Yeah.
There's a moment where Liebling is given a cyanide pill by her mom. Just be like, you always have this, just in case anything happens.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah. So spoilers. He rebels against this and the doing the brand New Testament story. So they give it to some of the 1,000 workers they have randomly working on stuff, and they find a great sketch, a great page made by one of the workers, and it turns out it was Liebling down in the dungeon. So when they go find her, she's like, I'm not supposed to do that. That's my boyfriend, Lance. And they're like, Lance, that guy, oh, he sucks. He's washed up. No, we want you to do it. They end up tasing her blind.
Yeah.
They blind her with the phallus taser and then take her to a mansion and stick her in an orifice station. It's the same thing. She sticks her hands in, except it's made of gloop.
Yeah, it's way grosser.
It's a nasty, like a live workstation that you can't take your hands out of. Just in case you fall asleep, you can continue working, which means... Is it conscious? Do you just move?
Your hands move and create things, but you're not consciously in control of it, right?
You're not doing anything.
Your hands are just,
Does any movement just create?
I think you just think into it, maybe.
So it's like hand-controlled AI.
Something.
Hand move. It's no prompts. It's just hands moving.
Because the ladies couldn't tell you what they were working on.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know.
Yeah. So
how would we know
you just
that?
stick your hands in there and it does stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. So it's strange. So, but she has this new gloopy station in a mansion. They're lying to her, telling her she's rich. Lance does finally show up, and he saves her, but he gets blackmailed into making a stupid comic because he's in debt. He's on contract to this media company, and the resolution is he goes, no one wants to read the brand New Testament without my hand or input in it. Slap my name on it, but let her continue to make it.
Right in it, or creating.
Yeah, she creates it. Y'all still put it out with a big name on it, and it sells like crazy. There's lines, people in sleeping bags waiting for this comic.
That's right.
The kids love it. Everyone has the full collection because, like I said, he's done it for 25 years. And at the end, they're in like a nice house.
It's weird.
They're watching the news, and then she slips the cyanide pill in his mouth hole, and he dies.
Yeah.
Which, look, he was a piece of shit.
He was big time.
He sucked.
Yeah.
But she was, like, basically in love with him. Where have you been? And there's, like, 20 years of her life she doesn't remember, apparently, because she saw him as a 20-year-old man. Every time they spoke, which was in real time. The time, like, that was part of that little segment.
It was hard to understand the time jump a little bit.
In between, yeah, he goes to a woman's house. Then it shows him in the car with another woman. It shows him back at the house with the other woman, and then back at the car.
Yeah.
Back and forth, and it's like he wasn't doing that. It's all disjointed. That stuff happened, but there's no telling at what time.
Right.
Obviously happened later.
You could tell if it was young or old.
But it wasn't flashbacks.
Sometimes. Yeah.
They weren't flashbacks.
Right.
Liebling went to his house as he was an old man talking to his parents.
Oh, okay.
She only saw him as a young man.
Huh.
He only saw himself as a young man when she was there. So I think she is the spark, his muse. They weren't together for 20 years, and he's been writer's block, doing horrible, having sex with random women, having a child he doesn't want, just being all around a horrible person.
Right.
And then he finds her, and it's like he wants to create again. He gets his spark back. But she was so receptive when he shows up to save her at the mansion.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, like it feels like she learned he was old. Something's wrong. And then she decides to kill him. Because the Liebling, she was like, my boyfriend Lance, he was supposed to do brand New Testament.
Yeah.
And because there's no flashbacks, she thought he was her boyfriend. And she hasn't seen him in 20 years.
Right.
Reading
it was fun. Or looked like it would be fun, but
it wasn't.
It was not in any easily to understand order. That's for sure.
And a lot of things just weren't explained. It was a weird
things would happen,
world.
and they didn't explain it at all.
No, you just you
accept it or not.
Yeah. So I mean, the art was fine. I guess the faces were ugly.
They were.
The art was scraggly, and I could get if you didn't like it. And look, someone may read it and they like this fartsy Sundance crap.
Yeah.
I didn't. Thumbs down. It was definitely thumbs down. I multiple times I finished and I just went, ugh. And my wife said, what? And I was like, this fucking comic. What's wrong with it? I'm like, I don't know. I just
can't
don't
explain it.
I'm like, ugh.
Right.
The guy sucks. I don't understand why she killed him. And I get what they were saying. I realized that the hands in the wall without knowing what you're working on is like the mass production, corporatization, industrialization of art and art media.
Yeah.
And so they just workers, they don't know what they're doing and just making mindless crap. And there was even a guy who was like, this is dull and utterly toothless. This is perfect. Welcome aboard. So that's what they're doing.
Right.
And it's a commentary on that. And like I said, I think she was his spark. When he didn't have her, he was down in the dumps.
Gotcha.
And then when he came around, he was all happy, but then she killed him. So, which I don't understand.
It was weird.
Weird world, thumbs down. Oh my God, we got it. This is
I got it. I got this.
Okay,
you do the
good.
intro.
I haven't even thought about it yet.
I did.
This is multiversal, cross-versal. This is where we take our characters from the comics we covered and we make up a story on how they would meet, interact, what they would do possibly.
So in it was called Dark Side of the Moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in Dark Side of the Moon, the whole point of one of the main focuses of the story is the comic that they're trying to put out. In my mind, they didn't go into a lot of detail about what the comic was about. Or did they?
It's called the Brand New Testament.
It's called the Brand New Testament. So Brand New Testament is just Sam. So the comic that he created was the beginning of Sam.
It was about Sam?
Yeah. Everything we read in my comic is the first of
that's the beginning of the Brand New Testament. So 25 years ago, he put that out, and it was Sam.
And that was it.
I love it.
They're trying to write a sequel to it. So he's trying to figure out how...
Issue 42, not just a sequel.
Yeah,
he
down...
went 40 issues deep and then was like, I got nothing.
He started blanking out. So he's told the full story of the probable future of Sam.
Mm-hmm. He's deep into Sam's story.
All the ups, all the downs. The robots come back. The robots go away.
He could be at a point where all your characters are dead.
They're
and it's just Sam.
They're myths from long ago. Their great grandchildren talk about them.
So how would they know them? Well, Lance knows Ian and Sam and Ella and everyone very intimately because he created them.
He knows where their story's going.
And Pips used to draw them. So they all was artists.
Yeah, I was artists.
So nice. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So mine was just amazing, apparently, and it captured an entire society.
Oh, kids love it.
More than any comic has ever in the history of the world.
Dude, hundreds of thousands of sales on day one.
Yeah.
People in sleeping bags.
Can you imagine a comic nowadays coming out and that many people?
What would it have to be?
Like Batman dies permanently.
No, right? It would have to be written by Jesus or something.
Right. There's not even that many people that read here anymore. So
I've been congratulated for reading before. And I'm like, did you just congratulate me
for reading?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You patronizing me?
Stop, Adam. Freeze. It's time for random reviews.
Oh, shit. Oh God.
This is stupid.
Do you want me to talk about mine real quick?
That was stupid. Go ahead, do yours. You got one?
Yeah, I got
one. So yeah, we do reviews of stuff we watch randomly over the week. That's all.
You know what's funny? We actually don't really review them at all. We just kind of mention whatever we're...
It's a what did we watch? Yeah. What did we do thing.
Sometimes I say it's good. Sometimes we say it's bad. But usually it's that's good stuff we watched.
It's also just a name for a segment.
It works.
This is my show, and I can do this is our show, and we can do whatever we want.
So I was scrolling through some old anime, and I found one that wasn't an OVA; it was an actual full series. Oh. It's called Armitage 3. It's right up my alley. It's cyberpunk future. There's cyborgs everywhere. Blah blah blah. But it's very very zany and silly, on top of being just gruesome and everybody gets shot in the face.
Oh, damn.
It's the best way of explaining it.
So they're out of their suit. It's funny and goofy.
Yeah, when they're not. So it's detectives. It's two detectives. Armitage is a super advanced future robot that we learn. The point of the Armitage 3s was to be able to have babies. So they're different from all the other cyborgs, and they have their own personality and their own drives. So they're just like a regular person, basically. Whereas all the other earlier Armitages, all the earlier robots, they're just possessions, and that you program them to say what you want them to say. So she's just like a synthetic person, and her partner is like, she must be like 4 feet tall or something because her partner is like twice her height, basically. Kind of like a semi-sexy back and forth between them, but it's also kind of like a mentor type situation too. But they don't get sexy. They just like flirt sometimes.
It's flirty, yeah.
It's very innocent type flirting and stuff.
Will they or won't they?
Kind of like that, yeah. But I only watched the first like 4 episodes or whatever.
You liking it?
It was super cool. Yeah,
seemed like you liking it.
Yeah, and the funny part is the name is like Armitage 3, so I thought this was the 3rd season of a show, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just start from here. But no, she's just called Armitage 3, so it's the 1st season.
It's just her name.
Yeah, and it was really good. It's really good. I like it.
I was watching an anime too. I started Hell's Paradise.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is, Adam?
No, I don't.
A bunch of criminals who are pulled out of jail and they're told, hey, there's a magic elixir of life that exists and it'll keep everyone invincible invincible, immortal. They drink it, will stay alive forever. We want you criminals to go get it. Anyone who brings it to us and gets it and brings it back will get a pardon. They'll get out of jail.
Okay.
So our main character, there's like samurai cops that are with them.
Okay.
And it's like they have to stay with them. They're there to watch them.
Oh, they're reminders or whatever.
Yeah, if they step out of line, they can kill them and then they just go back home. So they go to another land, this place that was called Heaven.
Uh-huh.
And when they get there, it's just full of monsters and like crazy characters and a lot of fighting, bloody, gory stuff ensues.
Good anime stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I'm watching Daredevil. I said I was watching Daredevil last time. I brought this up, but that was the Netflix Daredevil.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm watching Disney Plus Daredevil Born Again.
Gotcha.
And it is really good.
Uh-huh.
Like it looks different
because
it's a Disney show. It has a little bit more money behind it.
Uh-huh.
But the fight scenes in the Netflix show was so dark. It was hard to tell what was going on. And I mean, consistent. I watched it on the computer, my phone, the TV. Always dark.
Yeah.
It's just how they filmed it. This first episode, it's him and Bullseye fighting on a roof, and I can see everything they're doing.
Okay.
Charlie Cox is a badass doing this cool shit, and you can't see what he's doing.
Yeah.
And now it's all bright and shiny, and it's awesome.
That's cool.
And they just picked up where the 3rd season ended. So I did finish the Netflix, and the end of that season was dope, man. He was struggling with he wanted to kill Kingpin. So at the end, he has the Muay Thai ropes around his fist so he could just beat more ass because he's got ropes, and he kicks the shit out of the Kingpin. And he's goes in this speech where he's like, the city beat you. I beat you. And just screams in his face. And I was like, this is so rad.
That's awesome.
So then they start with this one. And he pops up. I looked this up. He pops up in Echo.
Yeah.
He's in She-Hulk. He's in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon. He voices Daredevil.
Crap, okay.
And then he was in the Spider-Man movie where he caught that brick. They're like, how'd you do that? And he's like, I'm a good lawyer.
Yeah.
He's an awesome character. And guess what? Got shafted, not in Doomsday.
Oh, really?
He's the only one that wasn't on those
hired every
freaking
single
chairs.
other person that's ever been in Marvel.
Except Charlie Cox.
Except one of the best ones.
They're like, guess what? You're in the MCU. Oh, am I in Doomsday? No, you're not.
You didn't see that 20-minute video of chairs? No, you're not in there.
Did you see your name?
Yeah.
Then we didn't call you.
No.
No, maybe he is and it's a secret. I don't know. They caught him at the gym working out, but Daredevil Season 2's Born Again is also coming out.
Okay.
So Punisher pops up in this season in Born Again.
Hell yeah.
A bunch of cops start rocking the Punisher symbol, and he's like, oh, God damn it. He gets pissed.
Yeah, of course.
I haven't seen what he's going to do yet, but I know exactly what he's going to do.
That happens in the comics. There's some people that are using his thing, and he
doesn't
care of
like
that.
it.
He takes care of that.
You don't do that.
No.
That's poking a bear, and you don't poke a fucking bear.
You know what's fun? I'll mention this. Real world shit. The cops that will have the Punisher logo stuff on their get up, their kit. If they get in trouble for shooting somebody or something, they bring that up every single time in court.
Oh yeah, well
every
we know
single
this.
Time. Yeah, you have a Punisher symbol on your gun. You have a Punisher signal on your bulletproof vest. I think your shoes, the bottom of your shoes have the Punisher symbol. Are you trying to say that you're the Punisher and you are gonna be a vigilante and take all? That's what they say every time in court. Yeah, it's funny,
man. But yeah, so that's a point of the show.
Okay.
And Daredevil's attitude, it's cool. His spoiler, the very first episode, someone very important dies. the whole last season, he's struggling with wanting to kill someone and is like, I can't do it. At the very end, he wants to, doesn't do it. Someone important dies, immediately tries to kill the dude.
Nice.
No qualms.
Hell yeah.
Does this awesome, some cool move. Dude goes flying off the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't think twice. Isn't like, what did I do? He drops down, starts crying because of what just happened. Does not care.
Nice.
And Bullseye is the bad guy.
Yeah.
One of them. Bullseye is one of the most evil characters in comic books. I don't think people know this. If you just look at a list of all the shit he did, it is horrible. He doesn't blow up a car to call a bad guy out. He does awful stuff.
Genocide type of shit.
Horrible.
I read a comic that was Deadpool and him were in kindergarten together. It was you should look that one up. It's Deadpool and Bullseye in kindergarten together.
And see, Bullseye, I've seen a comic where Deadpool was like, come on, fight me. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. He's like, no, you got to look, my arms and legs are tied. I can't, I don't think I'll be able to beat you fight. He's like, I don't want to do it.
No,
he ends up doing it. Deadpool wins.
Yeah.
Bullseye knows. But when they take him serious, he's a hardcore character.
Cool. He's really cool, honestly.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Like evil and nasty and just a great bad guy. Whose bad guy is he? Logic tells me he's Hawkeye's bad guy, but I don't think he is. I think he's a Daredevil bad guy.
Yeah, he was originally, I think, a Daredevil, but they started using him for other people after that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like he does pop up in Deadpool. Yep.
A good bit, and then Punisher every once in a blue moon, and then he's the bad guy in a lot of really famous people's comics.
Yeah.
He'll show up and be like a one-issue bad guy.
I think he's a great character, and evil Hawkeye is pretty cool.
Right.
He doesn't miss.
Oh, yeah, in the Dark Reign, whenever he
was Hawkeye.
He was Hawkeye in Dark Reign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
That's awesome.
He's like, call me Dark Eye.
I bet he did.
And then he's like, you get it because it's Dark
Hawkeye,
but I'm not Hawkeye. I'm Bullseye, but Dark Eye. Dark Eye. Dark Hawk? Dark Hawkeye. No, that doesn't work. Never mind. Just call me Bullseye.
Yeah.
I'm just like Hawkeye. But no, Daredevil, Born Again, fantastic. Good show. Booted the other old characters out. You know that Karen girl? People weren't the biggest fan of her.
Right.
The only thing I didn't like was how like serious everything she said was.
Yeah, she was about to cry always.
And her and the newspaper guy, it always ended up being like, what am I going to do?
They're so mad.
Well, I trust you that you will know what to do to heal this city. And it was always stuff like that. And she pops up in the first 2 episodes and then bounces. It's cool. The Ayala family is involved. Do you know that name? Mm-mm. That's White Tiger stuff.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So they're a lot of characters. They are referencing stuff from the blip, and they reference everything.
Nice.
And they don't do it all sly like the Netflix stuff where they're like, oh, we're calling it the incident.
Yeah.
They're straight up like, yeah, but Thor couldn't do that because of this. Like, they're straight up talking about MCU characters.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is, very cool. I thought that was neat. You got another one?
Yeah, I mean, it's
too long. This is a comic. No.
I used to watch him a lot, and then I stopped watching for a while.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
YouTube channel, Kentucky Ballistics. He's super famous, super popular. I'm not shouting out somebody that's little, but I've genuinely been watching, catching up on the last, the last 4 months that I missed, 5 months, and I'm just watching all those videos. What does this big gun do to this big piece of gelatin? You know what I mean? It's always something like that.
Now, do you fall asleep watching Kentucky Ballistics?
No, not those kinds of YouTube.
No, because the gunshots are loud.
Yeah, and it always makes me want to pay attention. And if I want to put videos on that I go to sleep, it'll be like lore to shit I don't care about.
Nice. I do that sometimes too.
Sometimes
there'll be stuff I care about.
I try not to do the ones I care about because it makes, me, whenever I wouldn't go to sleep because the movie's not over.
Yeah.
So I'll pay attention too much and it'll keep me awake.
Like, what are you doing? You're like, movie's almost over.
It's like 4:30 in the morning.
Dude, we got to get up and go in a couple hours. Yeah, I'll sleep when the movie's over. Oh, so one more before the other thing. There is a game coming out. It's called Project Windless. It is a open world, third person Dynasty Warriors type game.
Oh, really?
When I heard that, I got excited, right? Dynasty Warriors mean open world Dynasty Warriors. I'm going to go do some missions, probably set up a battle, a siege.
Yeah,
I try to attack a fort, and there's hundreds.
4,000 guys are
Yes,
trying to
it's
stop you.
so awesome. And I want to take my giant sword and swipe and kill 50 people at a
once.
time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now, the main character, you play as this giant, jacked, buff-ass chicken.
No shit.
Yeah, you're like a 6-foot jacked
It looks like
chicken.
the one that looks like a chocobo from Final Fantasy. Is
Not
what
a
it is.
chocobo. Straight up white and red,
Plain
yellow
chicken?
beak chicken.
Regular chicken.
Who's jacked and stands up like humanoid style.
That's funny.
And is rocking hundreds of dudes at a time with a sword. It looks so awesome.
That's funny. I haven't seen that at all.
It was just announced. I think I just saw
okay.
like a teaser thing for it. You see a chicken on the ground and he stands up and like holds his swords out. You see a little bit of gameplay. You see him jump in the air super high.
Uh-huh.
I think he flaps his wings a little bit, lands and just swipes. And like I said, there's like 20 dudes flying in the air. So the look of it, it looks incredible. It kind of looks like a Souls-like, which I don't want it to be.
Oh, the aesthetics?
Yeah,
of
the
it look
aesthetics. Like
it?
it's a little dark, it's a little like grimy looking, a little gross and grim. But I'm a
'cause
jack chicken.
Dynasty Warriors is out in the brightest fields
Yes.
you could ever imagine.
There's another Dynasty Warriors game coming out soon that I want to get my hands on.
Nice.
It's not Dynasty Warriors, it's something else. In the Onimushu, those old games on 360, I loved those.
They were fun.
Any Dynasty type game, I loved. If I'm on a horse, if I'm running across the battlefield, and I'm, like I said, swiping at hundreds of dudes at a time, it's so awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
There was a One Piece game that did it, and I stopped playing it because it was starting to spoil shit.
Oh, really?
I was like, this is further than I've gone.
Wow.
I can't play this anymore.
Wow.
All right, so fella over at Dark City Comics named Low, he sent us an email. Someone mentioned us, I guess, in a Facebook group.
Yeah.
So he sought us out. He sent us the first 9 pages of a comic called Epic, Earth's Protector in Crisis.
Yeah.
That was all me. Sorry. Oh, when it starts, it's pretty neat. It's this dude standing over the Earth, floating.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil anything.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
by the way.
not going in depth with
At
this.
all,
But
at
this
all.
is cool. He's floating over the Earth with yellow lightning coming off his cape and his arms, and he's holding just 2 of the biggest freaking
Cable guns, basically.
Cable laser guns.
Yeah, they look dope.
They look awesome. So this just goes into, all the villains he's fought. Aliens, alpha villains, robots, even my own government. I just wanted to graduate. And then it shows him fighting this cool, like, stone dude who's on fire. And it looks awesome. And then the bulk of this comic, what he sent is them in Egypt 18 months before he's floating over the Earth with the guns. And it's him with the class gets taken over by like an 80s bad guy.
Yeah.
And they have to do something. And I guess this is where it leads in that where this man
Gets his...
gets his powers.
Yeah.
Because he is chosen among the numerous students there. He's like, you're going in, and you. And that's when they pick our main character. And,
Nice.
And then we can only assume he goes in, some stuff happens, and he gets these dope-ass powers it looks like he has. Where'd he get his guns?
I want to know where the guns came from.
I want to know where the guns came from. And this 80s bad guy looks cool. He's got henchmen.
Henchmen.
So wait, goons, they're just hired.
They're for the money.
Money, mercenary, the money, just muscle.
Yes. Yeah. A
Just-
mercenary.
But henchmen, they believe
They want to be there.
they're there with the cause,
They're
right?
committed.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like he got henchmen.
That's right.
So this looks really interesting.
Yeah, it's a suggestion from us.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in reading this. It's Dark City Comics. They're on I saw Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. I saw all of it. You just type in
check
Dark
'em
City
out.
Comics and they'll pop up. So yeah, this looks cool. Is that all? Is that all you got?
Yeah.
I think that's all I got. Did I talk about the buff chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Okay. I mentioned the buff chicken?
Yeah. Sword swiping 20 guys at a time.
That's right, I did. I just wanted to make sure I talked about the buff chicken. Oh yeah, okay. So we are on Instagram and TikTok at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. New episodes of The Dollar Bin release every Monday on all platforms and YouTube. New episodes of our podcast, Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam, release every Thursday on all platforms. Best way to support us, follow, rate, review on your platform of choice. Follow, like, subscribe, comment on the socials and YouTube. If you've done that, we appreciate it. If you haven't done that and you're just listening, we appreciate that too. Thank you all. Cool runnings.